So this past weekend we were able to go down to Natural Dam, Arkansas and set up at the Hunters Expo. We had a blast. We recruited a lot of new viewers, got to talk to a lot of our old viewers and fans. We even got to chat a lot with Brad Doyle with Eagleseed. He's one of our sponsors, and it was just a great time to kind of sit down and fellowship together. And that's what this whole event was about, was getting hunters together and fellowshipping and just supporting one another. Well, that evening we ate really good. They were crazy enough to ask me to be the guest speaker, spoke that night, had a lot of great prizes to give away, but ultimately after the whole event was done, we had multiple people rededicate their lives or ask Jesus Christ in their hearts, and that's what the event is all about. So who knows where we'll be set up next, because we enjoy these expos, might even be in a town near you.
The Hunting Grounds is brought to you by Everett Chevrolet of Northwest Arkansas and by Bedford Camera and Video, Hook, Line, and Sinker Outdoors, Bowtech, Muddy Outdoors, Wet Ink Design, Gold Tip, Eagleseed, Shea Bug Design, Nose Jammer, Lumenok, Four Wheel Concepts, Cross Country Camo, Popeyes of Northwest Arkansas, Spypoint.
So welcome to another episode of the Hunting Grounds. You know, for parts of the U.S., there's lucky viewers out there that are already sitting high up in a tree waiting for that shot at that buck to come in within range. For the rest of us, it's not long before we're going to be up in a tree and hopefully get that chance at a buck of a lifetime. But we've got a great hunt for you this week. I'm taking a youth in hopes of getting his first ever whitetail, and hopefully we can get lucky enough and get it on film. Well, we are going back out with Dakota Sainsbury. I've taken him a time or two before, trying to get him on his first ever whitetail. Things just hadn't worked out in the past, but it's late in the season. Deer are definitely harder to hunt, so we've got our work cut out for us. Right now we're chasing some whitetails about to intersect them in the holler. Hopefully we can get a shot off and get one to give us a good shot. Get a kill. We got out there early that afternoon. We knew where the deer had been coming out, and we knew we were going to have activity because we had been hunting this property before. I've taken other kids there. I took Kyle there. You've seen it in previous episodes. This is a property that is completely overran with deer, but now it's late in the season. So the deer have been pressured. They've been hunted by surrounding properties. So they are not coming out in the field like they were beforehand or in the numbers they were earlier on in the season.
Right now we're out here at the last day of open gun season, last day of youth hunt, and spotted some few does, and gonna try to put a spot and stock on them right now and see what we can do.
So we had seen a few deer around the property and did some spot and stalking, and things just weren't working out. It seemed like every time we were going after these deer, they got out of that area before we were able to sneak up to them, or just some kind of circumstance made it where we weren't able to shoot. There might have been a house or road in the background, and so we were not able to get that deer. So we went back to where we first sat up that evening, and we're sitting there, and wouldn't luck have it that we've got a doe. She's feeding right towards us. I got Dakota all set up, and she is over this knoll where if I stand up I can see her, but I want him to stay positioned because she's feeding right up our way. So we took our time, sat there and waited. I occasionally popped up, made sure she was still coming. Eventually I got up and she was gone. It was our luck again for that evening. The deer disappeared. So Dakota and I are kind of down on our luck. The light is fading, and then all of a sudden it was like somebody turned on the crazy deer switch, and watch out.
You're right in front of the very point. Right there. Here's where they're about to come up. Just be ready. Oh, there's deer running towards us. We're on the other side of the field. There's a whole bunch of deer. There's a deer picks them all up right in front of us. You on it?
That was pretty cool. I didn't even know what you were aiming at. Here you go, Knuckles. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was close.
I don't even know where they came from.
There's another one right out there.
Hey, you can shoot.
And now,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah, it's youth season. Your dead deer is like,
Yeah, it's right there. I don't even know where it came from, dude.
that was like, let's take a look at the time.
I'm close.
Yeah. Dude, you have 10 minutes left. So when that switch flipped on, it was like all the crazy deer busted out of the woods. They were galloping, chasing each other throughout the field. I got Dakota set up real quick and I grunted that doe to stop, and he put an excellent shot on her, especially for being a new hunter and being able to get that gun up and take that good shot on her that quick. I was really impressed. It was a great hunt. We had a lot of great memories, and hopefully this season he can set his eyes on maybe getting his first ever buck. But it was definitely a hunt to remember. Well, that's it for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And guys, we're having a lot of people tell us that they're not seeing every single episode that we're putting out there. That's because we're releasing an episode every single week, and sometimes throughout the week we're doing some short management clips and we're putting that on our Facebook page. So if you want to make sure you see every single video, it's free to sign up. Go to thg-tv.com, subscribe up there at the top, go to your email address and confirm it that you want those emails, and you will start receiving the THG TV weekly episodes. But if you have a YouTube account, be sure to subscribe on there as well, because that'll make sure that you see every single video that we release out there. Well, until next time, go out of your way to get a youth or a new hunter involved in the outdoors, and as always, have a better than average day.